Watch this funny clip, guys.
Goldfish, the fun little crackers always baked and made with real cheese. The snack that smiles back. Ball sack.
Welcome back to the Rusty Ronnie Show. I'm your co-host, Nick.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Rusty Ronnie.
Welcome back. Quick disclaimer, if this happens to stop recording midway through, is because we are using different recording software. We're going to be back on my regular laptop the week after next. So, or hopefully week after next, because we have 2 free trials left on this terrible recording software I have. So, yes, apologies if it does. We actually don't know how long this is going to record for.
Yeah, it might last 5 minutes. It might last, I don't know.
It might last not. So, that is the forewarning. I'll put it in the description below. But thank you so much for watching. We're glad you're here for this another episode. Episode 20. We've made it 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Somehow have made it 20 episodes without quitting, which is honestly, I think, impressive. I don't know. I don't know. I think a lot of people would have quit after like the first episode, but you know,
Probably.
if you're still watching,
if
thank
you're
you for being
still
here.
viewing,
If you're still viewing this,
thank you.
Thank you. And what are you doing with
What's
your
that
life?
old,
That's a joke.
what's that old PBS? And from viewers like you,
Yeah, viewers
thank
like
you.
I'm just like, if you're still viewing, what are you doing with your life? You're doing something wrong. If you're still watching us, no, we're kidding.
I don't know. I
That's
think
a-
that's the best
That's a
thing.
joke.
you can
That's the
do
best thing.
in
If you're
life.
watching us, hey, that's great. We appreciate the support. That's great. We literally, this all started as a joke, like what, 10 years ago, 15
Nearly.
years ago, and here we are actually doing it after we joked about it for like 5 straight years.
And Lowe's water.
This video is sponsored by Lowe's Water.
Oh, shit.
If you like to get pissed off at Lowe's, like my father,
Like your father.
go to Lowe's. Go to Lowe's.
I made it.
He did make it. No, he didn't.
Nobody would ever know. Nobody would ever know.
No,
Shut up.
he did.
Shut
Shut
up.
up. He did
Shut
make
up.
it. He did make it. Lowe's,
What?
this one's for you. Yeah, if you like to go to Lowe's and get pissed off like my father, Lowe's is the right place for you. If you want to be kept waiting while getting your stuff, go there.
They have nothing at Lowe's either. Dad tried to call, get some plexiglass. They're like, we haven't carried plexiglass in years. I'm like,
That's my new ad. That's my ad read to the end. If you like Lowe's, if you like to get pissed off and wait for something that
Go to
Lowe's has
Lowe's.
never had for
Go
years,
to
go to Lowe's.
Lowe's.
If you want to get good quality stuff,
Go to Home
you need it in a
Depot.
hurry,
Yeah.
go to Home Depot. That's
Or
correct.
Hometown Hardware.
Yeah.
Also,
honestly.
we're not
Ace
responsible
Hardware.
for this ad. Lowe's, if you get angry, sorry.
This is all satire.
It is also
Big
satire.
word, big word.
Satire comp, yeah. Word of the day. We haven't done a word of the day in like 10 episodes. Word of the day, satire.
There we go.
You know what next time's word of the day will be?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Because it's episode
'Cause
21.
The podcast is turning 21 years old.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
But,
Yeah, we haven't done a word of the day in forever. We kind of quit.
Since
after
like the
this-
second one.
Yeah, it was like
I
the
think
second or
so.
third episode because we had Diabolical and then we had a
You know
second
what?
one.
You know what? That's very diabolical that we haven't had a word
Yes,
of the
it
day.
is.
It was Diabolical. He made it.
Sure. So
Ah, well.
Oh my god.
I would like to hear. You were gone last weekend and all of last week. Tell us about what you did.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to go over sports after that?
Are we?
Or
Yeah,
we
we
can
should.
do sports first because you're
Well,
probably
let's-
the only one that has any.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can do sports first.
Okay.
The ACC tournament was going on. Duke won. Sucks.
They did.
Didn't they beat Virginia last night?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's about it. That's
I
about all I got.
watched the. Well,
That
the
was really
opening
all
of
I
the
got.
game.
I didn't know if anybody else
They
had
had the
it.
opening of
Oh.
the game when I went to eat dinner last night. Mom was trying to look, and and then you
You
told me that
got-
Carolina had
there's no-
lost the other night. It
There's
was-
no NASCAR news.
There's some today, but it hasn't run yet. It started today. Brian Blaney won last week, so that's what I like to see.
Hey, there we go.
All right. Well, that's
Someone
sports.
tell us about their trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, I was expecting. You all right there?
No.
Man is dying. Drink some water.
And
we didn't
it
know
ain't
water.
gonna help my nose.
Just breathe a little bit.
No, it doesn't have to do with my breathing.
I know it does. I said breathe a little bit, and you'll be all right. It'll air out. It'll be okay. It's like another blooper. We'll cut this part out now. We'll leave it in. Anyway, yeah. Well, first, shout out to Jonathan. Sorry I couldn't make it to your party. I was coming back that Saturday.
He's supposed to be here, but
He was.
He was, but yeah.
But it's okay.
It's all right. Hey, we wish you well
In the
did
Air
great
Force.
in the Air Force.
Yeah.
We'll come visit you in Biloxi,
Go-
Mississippi. We'll go to the blackjack tables in Biloxi.
Go land on Nick's
Gamble.
boat.
Yeah,
I
we
asked
can
him if
land
he's
on
gonna
my
be in
boat.
Top Gun. He said no, it's Navy. I'm like, oh.
That is the Navy. He's doing other stuff. He's gonna be in. He's going to. He told me Biloxi, Mississippi for the job part of the school. I was like, we'll come play blackjack because they have casinos down there. So we'll just go. We'll go gambling.
Let's go gambling.
We're gonna lose.
No, we are going to lose. It's okay.
We will come out of there with
we gotta
less
go to
money than
Harris.
we'll ever have.
We do.
We got to go to Harris on Saturday.
But yeah, no, I was gone all last week. I guess I'll talk about. Well, first I went to my first drill weekend reserves. Pretty fun. It was kind of weird putting the uniform. Well, not weird, but it was I had to get used to putting the uniform back on after like 6 months of not wearing it.
Did you get a new one?
No, I did not. I could have. I got to talk with the supply person when I go back down there and get. No, the one I had, it actually did fit. Like the pants fit and everything. It's just I just suck it in a little bit, but it fit. Like I was comfortable.
He's gotten fat.
No, he's losing it.
I was losing. I think I lost a little bit more than I went to San Diego. I didn't eat, I keep saying San Diego, San Francisco. I think I lost a couple pounds when I went because I didn't eat nothing.
Did you see the Full House?
That's out there.
I think so, because they go across the bridge.
Oh, I have no idea. I did not see that house. I saw a lot of cool stuff though. Saw the Golden Gate Bridge.
Did you see the
Multiple
San Francisco
times.
Fault? It's not San Andreas. Never mind.
It's San Andreas fault. That's the whole. That's like the whole state of California. I've seen the whole state, sort of, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, I went to Golden Gate Bridge a bunch. I went to the actual like park right there. That's like you can. I didn't walk on the bridge, but you can if you wanted to. But I could see it right there. I took a boat tour that goes under the bridge and around and back down and goes to the other bridge. It's all the way on the other side of the city. And then day 2. That was all. Well, that was actually the last day. Day 1, I kind of went around Fisherman's Wharf. I walked around. I took a cable car tour, which was pretty cool. They've been around since 1883.
Wow.
Like, original cable car with a little lever.
Is that when Yellowstone comes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1883,
Yes.
yeah. No, it was literally the guy had like the little lever, and it felt like, because the streets are like up, down, up, down.
Is that what Coney Island is?
That's New York.
Yeah, New York.
That's the East Coast. That's it.
Complete
But,
opposite
yeah.
side.
It felt like-
I've never left North Carolina. So.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was scary at first because it was like one of the streets. I swear it was like a ladder. It was like this, and we're going up, and I felt like I was about to be on a roller
You went
coaster.
up that street that goes up. I've seen that.
That's multiple street. Every street out there is like that. No, you're talking about Lombard Street is the one that goes like it's like a 1, 2 like that, and the speed limit is 5 miles an hour. I didn't get up. I saw Lombard from a distance. I never got to go.
No,
Like,
I've seen the ones that go straight up, and then that cable car goes up.
Yeah, that's how this was. We were like this. I was like, oh my
What
god.
about the trolley that goes on the railroad track?
That is what that is.
Oh,
No, that's cable car is different than a
cable
trolley.
car is on a cable.
Cable cars on the cable.
Oh.
The trolleys and the trains are also on cables, but it's like they're built there. Now, what interested me, what kind of weirded me out, so the cable car, we were going up, and it was like, we start to go over, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to like, but no, the guy pulled the lever, and it was like, slow going down. It wasn't like a new,
A very slow, not
Yeah.
an incline.
Should have went.
Yeah. But it was fun. I did that. But the trains, it weirded me out because, so like San Diego and other places, even in Nashville, I've seen the train. So it's like, you have the road, and then the train is separate. Like, it's got its own thing going. San Francisco, they don't care. It's like road, tracks, train. I saw like a train go by. It was like 6 little of the trains and a bunch of cars. They drive on the same road, and they stop. The trains stop at regular stoplights, intersections. They'll let cars go, then they'll go. It was
That's awesome.
It was pretty
Alright.
cool, but it weirded me out because San Diego, it's different. It's like you have the road and a train. Different, not even on. And in San Francisco, they're on the same thing. It could be a train, then a car, then another train. It's like all in the same traffic.
And people trust them trains to stop.
Yeah, well, it's people driving the train, so it's
Well,
like
I know, but still.
I mean, yeah, it was. The trains were pretty cool. I mean, I took an Uber twice. When I first left the airport, or no, when I left the airport, I took a train to Balboa Station Park, and then I got an Uber because the Uber was going to be $70 from the airport to my hotel. So I got to the train station, which was like, train station, which was a little ways away, and the Uber went down to $16. So I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And now on the day I left, I took an Uber to the airport because I wanted to get there early. It ended up being like $30, which wasn't terrible, but I took the trains everywhere. $2.85 every time I rode. It was not bad. But
Really took you to the train station.
yeah, but I didn't get thrown into the Wyoming border on that one. Yeah, watch Yellowstone. It was fun.
I think you forgot to mention somewhere else you went while you was out there.
Oh, this was on. So yeah, this is day 2. This was Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Coolest
I
thing
told
I've ever
Dad that
seen.
you went, and he's like, well, at least somebody I know got to go.
Yeah. Coolest thing. I learned a lot. So it's actually a lot of the structures. Originally, it was built in. It actually served as, I think it was a Civil War fort in the 1860s. Now, of course, the Civil War never made it all the way out there, but they built it just in case. And they actually had there's 6 other forts that are out there that are all around the Golden Gate Bridge, because before the bridge was there, it was like an entry for ships. So it was mainly they were built. I learned it was built by the Spanish, and then we beat them out where we bought. I can't. No, it's because Mexico kind of took over California for a while because it became their territory. Then we beat them out of it in the Mexican-American War in the 1840s, and then we took it over and then built it up. So Alcatraz was a Civil War fort. Then in the early 1900s, it actually turned into a small little army base and a military prison. And then in the 30s is when it became the first ever federal supermax prison, the first one ever. Now that we have a bunch of them, but yeah, I think it's like
When did it
10 or
close?
12. 1963. It was open from like 19. I think it was 34, 36 to 1963. And of course, it held like the most famous person. Obviously, is like Al Capone. He was held out there. Machine Gun Kelly. He was another one.
MGK,
Not that one.
the rapper.
Not the rapper, the actual real life
Oh.
Machine Gun Kelly. He was like a bank robber train. He robbed trains, I think. And then there was Robert Stroud. They called him the Birdman because he killed like 2 or 3 people, and they put him in there. He wasn't. I thought he was. So he wasn't a serial. I thought he was a serial killer. I was wrong. He wasn't. He just killed a couple guys. They called him the Birdman, but this was because he raised pigeons he was in Leavenworth, Kansas, in a prison, and then they sent him to Alcatraz. They called him the Birdman because I guess he raised pigeons. And then of course there was Al Capone, obviously the famous one.
Yeah.
There was Ellsworth Johnson, who they called his name was Bumpy Johnson because he had like a weird bump on his head. So he was they called him the Godfather of Harlem. So he was like this big time kind of like not a mob boss. The way he ran his little group, like his gang was like a mob, but he did business with the mob in the 60s and 50s. But he went to prison for like narcotics and racketeering and stuff. They have a whole show on him called The Godfather of Harlem with I forget the actor's name that plays him, but yeah, that was really cool to see.
Sylvester Stallone. That's the other one.
No, Bumpy Ellsworth Johnson. He's a black guy.
Oh.
He was like the first ever well-known like black gangster in New York, but he went to Alcatraz for prison. I can't think of the actor's name. It's a good show. I thought that was cool. But yeah, seeing the cell, they had the cells. They talked about the 14 different escape attempts made by people.
Yeah.
There was only 2 that were ever successful by a couple pairs of people, but the FBI believes that when they escaped, they actually drowned because there was no way they could swim it all the way across.
Right.
But I thought that was cool. And then seeing the cells, like they had one of the cells where I forgot which one it was who escaped, but they had like where they took spoons and they literally carved out through the
that's
concrete
the most
like the
famous one.
hole. They had that. They even talked about, I didn't even know this, in 1946 there was an escape attempt, and actually 6 prisoners took over part of the prison, killed a couple of guards, and started like a riot. It got so bad they had to send in the United States Marine Corps, and they fought for 2 days to get control of the island, and they like mortared and grenaded parts of the prison, and then they got in there. They arrested, I guess, only 2 of out of like the whole people that were there. 6 of them tried to get away, and they killed like 2 or 3 of them and arrested the rest, and 2 guards were killed. But yeah, they sent the Marines in to take
And
it
this
over.
was
That
over
cool.
6 people.
Yes.
Wow.
So they said the prison had like, I think the fullest it ever got, it could hold up to like 400, but they never surpassed like 250. Because it was a supermax, so it was really meant for like the baddest of the bad, which back then it was bank robbers and like early on mobsters like Al Capone, Ellsworth Johnson, all of them. And then, of course, it was, and then in 1963 they closed it because it was Bobby Kennedy, RFK's dad, actually closed it because of it was too expensive to maintain. So they shut her down and they moved him to other prisons.
It turned into a museum.
Yeah, and then it turned into a museum pretty much now. And then, what I found out is that they have it's called ADX Florence. It's a supermax prison in Colorado. It has been called the Alcatraz of the Rockies. It is one of the most well-known and well-guarded prisons in the United States. It's one of the biggest.
Yeah.
And it's where they send like a lot of bad people. It's actually funny enough. It was mentioned in my Alex Cross book. It was mentioned because one of the guys is his nemesis goes in there. But I thought that was cool because they had a screen where it's like the supermax prisons of today.
Yeah.
How they modeled them after Alcatraz, but apparently it's called the Alcatraz of the Rockies because it's like the most, you can't escape it. It's like
Wow.
inescapable. But that was really cool. Honestly, Alcatraz, that was my favorite part. That was really cool getting to go there. All the buildings there from the early 1900s to the 50s and 60s. It was really neat.
Did you get to go through the whole thing or just those certain parts?
There was only certain parts, and you actually, so it's not that big. It's like 1.5 miles by each side, but you have to go up. So that's why I figured out why they call it the Rock is because literally half the island is just built on top of a gigantic rock.
So it's got more, instead of length and width,
It's got more height.
depth.
Yeah, it's more depth and more height. So you have to go up. So we had the dock. Oh, this is also, so after it closed in the 60s, it wasn't done. So I guess early on when the Spanish first showed up in the early, the 16th century. So the island actually belonged to a lot of Native Americans that lived there. And of course the Spanish kicked them all off. And then the U.S. government took it over, whatever. So apparently after 63, I think it was 67 or 68, a group of 5 Native Americans actually swam out there. And, yes, 1967 to 68. Not the other thing. they took it over. So what was cool is they go to the dock and they have the big sign that says Alcatraz, whatever, Federal Penitentiary, spray painted over it. And this has been since it's the same. They've left it alone. It says United Indian of America because it's United States of America prison. But so the Indians, they spray painted stuff over it and they defaced a lot of stuff because technically it belonged to them. The island belonged to them because that's where they lived. So then there was another group of them a few months later. Then there was a big group of 100 plus of them that took over the island and to protest the American government, and it was for 19 months. And then I read about what happened. They didn't really remove them by force. They kind of just they left. They were got tired of being out there and then they left. But I thought that was cool. Even after the prison closed, it still was a whole big thing.
Wow.
But yeah. But it was cool. That was honestly and you go up, it's like the prison guardhouse. We got to see the warden's office, his house. Then they have a couple of the old army barracks from the early 1880s. There was one building that was like a little industrial warehouse. It was like all that was left is a couple of the walls, and that was it. And then there's some other stuff that's like they're doing some work on the side of it too to maintain it. They did have a gift shop.
Did you steal anything from inside the prison?
I did not. Oh, actually, no, I didn't steal anything from the prison. That's not what I said. I got I need my prop for. Oh, right here. I bought this from the gift shop. I got Fatima a couple keychains.
No patches?
I got this. No, they didn't have any patches, but they had this.
Alcatraz is most.
I got some water damage on the back because my water bottle spilled on the airplane.
I was going to say, what happened to it?
So that's what it
Oh,
got.
that is
wet.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly.
There's Al Capone.
Doc Baker, the Birdman, that's Bumpy Johnson, Ellsworth Johnson. Oh, yeah, and then James Whitney Bueller. These are just some of the people.
He was in there?
He was in there, yeah.
But it was in 2011.
No, he was captured in 2011. No, he went to prison multiple times. And then he was captured again in 2011, but he was in there. And it has a lot more people in there just besides those. Those are some of the most, but it's, yeah. It's pretty cool.
So that's it right there.
Yep, that's Alcatraz. Now, a lot of that stuff, like the lighthouse, is still there. A lot of these buildings aren't there anymore. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool place.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else did you do on your trip?
Oh, so I'll talk about that. This is something also I learned. So, besides people knowing I'm an author, I came up with 3 new books to write. One of them's going to be about Alcatraz. It's going to be fictional.
I
got another one that's also going to be fictional, but kind of non-fiction based. I'm going to do on the Zodiac Killer, but it's going to be like a flip-flop in between.
Never mind.
And then I've got another one. I'm going to do a little short novella series about San Francisco and like how I'm doing with my New York books that New York City books. I'm doing that with San Francisco. So I went to Golden Gate Park on the very last day and checked it. It was pretty cool. And they've got like a botanical garden, all that stuff, and then they got a whole bunch of lakes. I saw a lot of ducks and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Jerry!
See Jerry out there?
I saw multiple. I saw a lot
of his relatives.
I saw a lot of Jerry's relatives out there. I saw a lot of his relatives and some geese. One thing I found out, because, I'm huge into the crime fiction and stuff, and so of course San Francisco is known for the Zodiac Killer. Well, I found out there's actually, it's kind of creepy, there's another serial killer who they believe still lives in San Francisco who's from there.
You probably met him.
I mean, I could have. So I thought this was really cool, and I didn't realize until after I left Golden Gate Park, because I was just writing on one of my books and did some research, and besides the Zodiac, I found this. So this is, they don't know his name, he's never been caught, he's killed up to, they said, between 6 to 7 people. This was right after right after the Zodiac's last letter, which they still have never, decrypted because it's encrypted.
They don't know who the
whatever.
Zodiac Killer is, do they?
They don't know. They think he's dead, but so this guy they think is still alive. He ended up getting the nickname the Doodler. He killed about 5 to 6 people from 1974 to 75, and he targeted. This was kind of like when the people came out as like homosexuality was a big thing in the 70s and was starting to come out more. So I was reading about it, and a lot of these like the kind of gay and lesbian bars popped up, and of course San Francisco was like they called it was a haven for the LGBTQ community, still is. So this guy, I don't know what I guess his issue was, but he started targeting gay men. He killed 7 gay men at different points throughout 74 to 75. But they called him the Doodler because they suspected he would go into these bars. The way he would get these guys is he'd be like, "Oh, can I sketch your face?" Because every time they found a body, there would be a sketch of that person's face, which I thought was really creepy. And they've never caught him ever. And they believe he's still alive and still living there. So he's like,
you think the Zodiac and the Doodler are the same people then?
I don't think so, because the description they gave of the Doodler, he's like, well, when they the what was it, documentary I watched, they gave the description. He was like, now his description's obviously changed over the years, but the description they initially gave was because they had a couple people that did survive, and they gave a description saying that he was like middle-aged, between 25 and 30-year-old. He was black. Zodiac, they actually believe is the sketch they have of him is he's white with glasses. So they think they are different. Now the Zodiac, I think he could have died of just old age. I don't know if he could still be out there, but But the Doodler, that one was kind of freaky. I was reading that, and they believe he still lives there. Like but he's either they think he might have actually died, or he's just retired and he's done, and yeah, never been caught. But yeah, I thought that was really so like in Golden Gate Park, I found out later. I walked by they have a bunch of little mini lakes. I didn't realize I walked by one of the little mini lakes where they found a body that he dumped. He killed a guy and dumped him there, stabbed him and dumped his body there.
Zodiac?
No, this was the Doodler. No, the Zodiac. So Zodiac actually only killed one person in San Francisco. Everybody else that he killed was outside. It was in the Bay Area, so it was like outside of the city. But I walked by the spot where he shot and killed Paul Lee Steins, who was a taxi cab driver, and he killed him around midnight. Is right inside Presidio Heights. That I walked right by. Thought that it was not cool. Obviously, it was a terrible thing that happened, but it was interesting to see that is a piece of history. Like I walked by the intersection where his cab was waiting. Zodiac gets in, shoots him, I think once or twice, and then gets out of the car and leaves.
Did you go to the 49ers?
I did not. I did pass the. Is it the San Francisco? Is it the Giants? Their baseball team? I passed the baseball stadium.
Yeah, the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants. I passed the stadium. I thought that was kind of
cool. I think so.
So that was really cool to see. But that was pretty cool, a little piece of history. I found out there's a second, besides the Zodiac being the most famous, they said the Doodler is still there. But he started right after Zodiac kind of disappeared from life. But I thought that me being the crime fiction, guy, book writing, but it gave me ideas. Now I have 3 new books that I can write about. So yeah. Other than that, it was just, I don't know, it was really cool. I used to say a lot of bad things about San Francisco. And since being there, I take it back. A lot of stuff I take back. What I said, and I think also it's because they've changed over the years. Like the stuff that I used to watch documentaries about the crime and the homelessness and a lot of stuff. It's like, and it's just California. But no, a lot of the stuff, it wasn't as bad as I thought. They've cleaned up a lot of areas of the city. I counted, I know this is going to sound bad. I counted the number of homeless people I've encountered. 24 people throughout the week. That was it.
Did you give them any money or water or food or anything?
I did. Most of them were, I think they had, which is terrible. They had severe, I'm sure, some mental issues. A lot of people I passed by would be, one guy was talking to a lamppost, this other guy was talking to himself on the train, another guy was screaming at a bunch of people, and then he was silent when I walked by. So I think a lot of them were just they have some mental issues going on.
Was the lamppost talking back?
No, it was not.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, if you asked that guy,
he probably would have said yes. But no, I didn't say
anything.
Anyway. I didn't say anything, but it was, but because back then they had issues with the homelessness and all that. But a lot of that stuff has gone down, and compared to, I guess, 50, 60 years ago when they had a lot of issues. But it was a fun experience, and I'm glad I've always wanted to go, actually. Even though I said, I never set foot in San Francisco.
You told me that for many years.
Yeah.
Didn't you go when you was in San Diego? Didn't you go up there?
Nope, that was L.A.
Oh,
LA is way worse than San Diego. Yeah, LA is way worse than San Francisco.
You went up there for somebody.
Yeah. No, LA, I can say now by far, is way worse. Way, way worse than San Francisco. Now, LA still got areas that are nice, of course, but San Francisco, I don't know, it was just better. I always wanted to go, though, when I was in California, and I never got the chance to do it, and I'm happy I did. It was a fun experience. I like that I got to travel more, because when I was in the Navy, that's all I did was travel, and then I got out, and I'm like, I want to travel again, so that was my fun week. And then, in Charlotte, I didn't really got to do the reserves. It was nice putting the uniform back on. And
he did not bring us any sun drop back, we got to shun him.
Shame. Okay. I'll pre-order it next time I go. I'm going back. Actually, crazy enough, I'm going to be back there in 3.5 to 4 weeks. I'm already going to be back.
Yeah.
Because I'm going the second week of April for my next meeting, so yeah. But it was nice, though. I met a lot of people. Everybody that I talked to, they were like, I was in Lincoln. They were like, oh, you were on there. I was like, yes, I was on Lincoln. I guess they all felt bad for me. I was like, I didn't think it was terrible, but, could be better.
Everybody's over there right now getting shot at.
Yeah, they're over there getting shot at.
Well, I remember when you first said you got assigned to the Lincoln, that they had always said that ship was well-renowned for having its time out extended.
Yeah,
I never heard about it.
Which is true because they're having it right now.
Well, yes.
But yes, it is the most well-known ship for having deployments extended, which this would be the 3rd deployment. We got extended in 2022, in 2024, and now 2026. They've been extended for, I actually haven't heard if they've been extended. I mean, I assume because of what's going on, they most definitely have, because they're supposed to be back in May, and the way things look, they're probably going to be out there for a while longer. But yeah. No, it was just, I don't know. I enjoyed my time, and I miss everybody over there, and I pray for their safe return.
You need to go back. Maybe you'll get called back.
actually, funny enough, so we had an all-hands the very first day. We got to meet the commanding officer of NRC Charlotte, and she told us, she's like, oh, be ready, because they call you guys. She goes, they can and they will. She goes, they have called people up at a moment's notice. She said, I've seen it to where people will get called on a Thursday, they're leaving Friday morning. So she said, just be ready. I was like, great. I just got to the reserves. I'm supposed to be here once a month and collect a little paycheck and just hang out. And now they're telling me I might have to go to the Middle East. But hey, if I get called, I do as I'm told. If they tell me to go, I'm going to go.
Well, same here. If they call me, I'll go.
Yeah. As long as I go to the Lincoln, I want to go. I want to be with friends at least. Send me to the boat. I'll go to the boat happily. Put me on. My tractor license actually technically does not expire until 2029. I looked at it before I left the boat.
Oh, really?
I'm probably not in the system anymore. Maybe they could have taken me. They might have left me. The ASM tracker that we have, which tracks your licenses that are active, all of mine, because I got them renewed, they don't expire until 2029. So technically, I can go on there and start driving. I have a valid license.
Okay.
But my qualifications, they've probably revoked them all by now because I'm no longer on the ship. But I can drive that tractor. So yeah, I'm like, put me to work.
I mean, honestly, if if you had to go, I would want to be back on the Lincoln. Because that's your boat that you spent how many years on?
Spent 4.5 years on there almost.
Yeah. Why would they send you somewhere else that you don't know nothing about? You'd have to get retrained. Technically. Now, if they send you to the Lincoln where you know where everything is, you're ready to go. You don't have to train. All you do is pick up your
weapon
that would
be my hope. But
they'll send him back, and he'll be back in line to get paint.
No, if they're at war, I don't think they're caring about that.
Hey, you never know.
You would be surprised. No, I'm kidding. You would be surprised. No, they're not going to paint it. Now, when they're done, you bet they're going to. We need all this paint.
Well, that's when you say, bye, I'm done, I'm out.
Everybody that cries about all the taxpayer money, you would not believe the amount of paint that we would get.
I had to throw in the paint.
They would have actually, knock on wood, they would have me standing like, hey, we need to get this paint.
You'd be the only one, though.
We got missiles flying over there like, we need this paint right now.
Hey, but then you wouldn't have to fight.
Yeah, no, in Hawaii, 2022, they turned it into a working port where we were painting. They were like, this needs to look good for the CO. I'm like, we're not at war. Why are we? We need all this painted. But a lot of that stuff, so like the lines and stuff on the flight deck, the gray doesn't really matter. Now, a lot of the white, yellow, that actually is kind of important because they serve as visual landing aids for the pilots to actually see. That paint is reflective in the nighttime, so they can see where they're going. So it is mission
Does
important.
F-18s them have lights on the front?
F-18s, yeah, they have lights on the front. They have a guiding light.
They got a light bar.
They got a light bar.
Bubba hooked it up for them.
They need rock lights on.
Yeah, they do. The boat needs rock lights.
The boat basically, they don't have rock lights, but you probably could string some up there.
Dude, that would be sick.
Yeah. No, but I wouldn't hate it to go back. I still know there's a lot of people over there I still know, but it's the needs of the Navy, so they wherever they tell me to go, I gotta go. But the way I think they said to be ready, but I don't think they're going to need us. Well, and I talked to my buddy James, who he's got about 8.5 months left now. He was trying to get orders out there because they were telling him they were going to send him to the Vincent. And the Vincent's up next for deployment. And he's like, I don't want to go there because if I show up, I'm going to go on deployment. He goes, send me to the Lincoln because they're already out there. So when they come back, they're going to the shipyards for like a year and a half in Washington. He's like, I can finish out my time and finish the deployment. And they said, well, we'll see. But he said apparently they're not sending any new people out to the Lincoln. They've closed the airspace around the boat. Because of that stuff, they're not landing any no supplies, no transport flights, only military aircraft.
No supplies?
They're not. Well, they'll get
no food.
Well, they'll get food from we have a supply ship that runs back and forth with them. So no, but the planes, the aircraft that land, the C2s, they usually bring personnel, parts, and mail. Well, and no mail. So So that he said they're sending no people, no mail, none of that because of what's going on. The airspace is so dangerous. Only fighter jets. That's the only thing they have in the air launching. No actual other aircraft besides them.
And he's seen Tom Cruise out there. He'll
get him. Yeah, he'll end him. So even James couldn't get out there. He was trying, and they said, nope, we can't send you because they're not allowing anybody to fly out there.
Can you not go on the supply boat?
I mean, he could. They'd have to zip line him over because the way they do it. But the supply ship is designed for they run back and forth. They hopscotch. So wherever the fleet's going to, they hopscotch before that, pick up stuff, and they run right back and they drop it off on the boat. And we literally they'll do helicopters. Will pick it up, bring it over, and land it. And then we also have this. It's a pretty cool looking zip line thing, and it's a thing. It picks stuff up and it zip lines it down, and then it comes back and it picks it up. It's pretty cool to watch. It picks up crates.
Go on that. He just get a box.
Get a box and go over. James, that reminds me, James, we hope you're enjoying this episode. I think he watched the last episode. I told him we were going to give him a shout out. I gave him a shout out last episode. It's another shout out. Yeah.
There you
go. I hope you found
James.
We love you, James. I hope you found a place to live.
Yeah,
too.
I hope you're no longer
Which one's
James?
James?
The one
I have a sticker of on Snapchat?
Yeah, the one you have a sticker
Oh,
of.
yeah, that guy's awesome!
He randomly has a sticker on Snapchat. Yeah.
I'm sending
On
it
our
to Nick right
Snapchat.
now.
We hope
Yeah.
you're no longer homeless James.
Yeah, I hope homeless James, the homeless vet. Shout out to Ryan, too. I don't know if he's watching. I'll have to tell him.
There
he is, there's Shout out to Ryan, who's about to be in a few more months, full-fledged San Bernardino County Deputy Sheriff. So
Wow!
He's going to be a Deputy Sheriff.
I like patches, dude. Send him to Nick.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this guy wants to give him some police patches. Yeah, I gotta talk to him too. I'll talk to him. I think he said he was watching.
Send it to Nick.
I think he
and
said
he'll
he
get it
watched one of the episodes last week or something. But yeah, I gotta tell him he's about to be a sheriff's deputy in a few months. He got accepted to the academy, and he was showing me the stuff he had to do for it. He's like, I feel like I'm back in Navy boot camp. I was like, oh dear, couldn't be me. But yeah, I go to school tomorrow again.
Yeah, you do.
In a week.
Your spring break, man.
My spring break, it really.
It's over with.
I'm still adjusting to the time change again. I get adjusted over there, and then when I finally got adjusted, I come all the way back home, and now I got to get readjusted to being on East Coast time.
East Coast time, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to set your clocks for you earlier.
Yeah, I forgot to
Both
do that.
microwave
You did
and
the
oven
Oh,
were
you did the
saying
microwave.
different times.
I didn't know. Yeah, I
Nice.
forgot.
They were off by like 5 hours. each.
Nice.
Anyway, thanks for doing the microwave. I forgot about the microwave. And the oven, I didn't even pay attention to the button that you could click.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's honestly all for me. That's my trip. And
This is
everything.
a Nick 30
This
minute
was a Nick
episode.
30-minute. You should have done me to push these guys a little bit. Well, today's episode.
We could. Bye.
Just
Well.
leave. I don't know. That's all I got. You're gonna go out the door.
Well, all right.
And then there were two.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, he's back.
I was trying to slam it for comedic effect, but it did not want to slam.
Yeah, the door doesn't
I think
slam.
the door's too new.
I was like, and then there were two. Yeah, well,
Showed my belly.
I just pulled this paper out. We forgot to inform you that Jason Best is he's left on his own accord. He's suing the company. No, he's not.
Suing Rusty Ronnie
He's
Incorporated.
suing Rusty Ronnie
Good luck, you ain't
Incorporated.
getting any money out of it because I didn't got any.
We don't got any money. We're a broke company. We don't have any money. Actually, we do. We have like.
Well,
I'd have to look. I don't even know.
We're not gonna bring that up.
We haven't-
It.
We have an X amount of money.
We got about $1.50.
We do. We have $1.50.
Between all three of us, actually.
Just about.
Well, and then there's the rest of the board of directors. So between about 8 people, $1.50.
Yeah, we're not lying to you. We don't get paid for this at all. I wish I did.
I'm not
because
paying because I'm not getting paid.
No, I'm kidding. We do it for the love of the game.
Subscribe to our Patreon and pay.
Yeah, subscribe to Patreon. In the words of the great Vice President Dick Cheney, God rest his soul, R.I.P., I do it for love of the game. I don't think he actually ever said that, but that's what I've been seeing quoted on.
Where are you quoting that from? You never said it.
They talked about the Iraq War and how it was a funny. This is satire comedy. Warning alert.
Again,
So nobody
word of
gets
the day,
offended.
satire.
So nobody gets offended real quick. It's just a joke. It was on Instagram talking about the Iraq War and how they blow stuff up, and it was like all the prior presidents saying, "I'm doing this because of this, or this, or this." Excuse me. And then I had Dick Cheney, and his quote was, "I do it for love of the game," and it was talking about the bombings and the going to war with Iraq. Satirical comedy. Don't get offended. Sorry, it's a Dick Cheney joke. Like
And
I
this
said,
was like 20-some years ago.
This was when I was like 3 in 2004 or 3, whatever. But again, Dick Cheney, God rest your soul.
We wish you were still alive. We wish we could have Dick Cheney on the podcast.
I know. I want some Dick Cheney moments because he had a lot of funny moments. Richard Cheney funny moments, alright? Stop thinking it that way. Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
We're
Israel
going to cut this part out.
Hey, Israel this, Iran that. All I know is I ran out of Red Bull, and the struggle is Israel.
I did not run out of Red Bull.
There's
I just
another-
bought some yesterday.
Another satirical moment.
I shared that on Facebook. That's funny right there.
Also, just go watch a bunch of Dick Cheney funny moments on Family Guy. That's what I'm going to reference next. Because they're funny moments. He had a lot of funny moments as vice president. I can't help it.
Who was he vice president to?
Bush Jr., number 2.
HW.
Dick and Bush. All right.
W.
Yep.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
What year was that?
2001 to
that would
08.
be that would be a funny shirt somebody made. What year was it? 2008.
2001
Oh wait,
2008.
Dick Bush.
That
It
probably
would have
was.
been 01 or 04 because then after that was Obama.
Well,
Because
no, it
you
would've
got
been,
like the new shirts. They put like 20, 25, and they
Yeah.
put Wallen
Well,
and Combs for more.
Well, I
Wallen
was
with
gonna say
Combs.
it wouldn't be Dick and Bush. It would be Cheney and Bush if it was actual. Because when they're for the election, they got like little shirts saying they're running.
Yeah,
for
but if
president.
we were creative with it.
Oh no, if we were Dick and Bush, but it was
Dick.com.
We do have
Go make a shirt.
We do have a custom make account. I can pull that up right after. Actually,
we need our merch.
Yeah, we do.
Patches. Do you?
We have, like I said, so we have a little. We do have money for. We could get some. We can place an order for a little bit of merch just to test run it.
We need shirts.
We can get some. I can get some shirts for us. I already showed you. I have a bunch
front
of
and back. Front and back. I'm thinking about also. Custom Ink also does like stress balls.
I didn't know
really?
that.
Really?
They do.
They do all kinds.
I've
of
got
stress
shirts,
balls.
hats,
Coffee mugs.
Beer.
koozies.
We need a beer glass. One beer glass. That's it.
I think they do beer glasses. They have toboggans, regular hats. I'll have to show. Well, I sent a bunch of logos back then to the group chat, but I'll have to show. I'll show you.
No. We need stress balls because we can make a bunch and hand them out to people.
$1 per stress
I
ball.
want to take a coffee mug to work.
We could get a bunch of merch and test it, and then, well, like if we go to an event, we could set a booth up, and then we could sell. It could be cheap merch. We don't have to be expensive. You know, everybody else is always expensive about it. It could be like $5.
As long as it doesn't cost more.
Yeah. Well, like
more than what it's going to cost to get it made.
Yeah. Well, we could, like a shirt. I'm not gonna be like $20 for a shirt. I'll be like $12 for this shirt, or like $4 for this coffee.
Like
mug,
our highest price range could be at least $12 to $15.
$15, yeah.
If that.
Yeah. No, because we don't want it to be too much, but I don't want to, There's some people that are like they charge.
I don't want to be like
amounts.
stuck with like 20 dang T-shirts.
Yeah, I'd rather
me neither.
get rid of them all. Well, then we take that money and put it right back. I mean, we probably have to put it
go
right
back into the show.
Yeah, go right back
or
into
whatever
the show.
we need.
If you want to see some merch, leave a comment down below. We'll have some merch out.
Has anybody ever left a comment?
I think
it's been a long time.
It's been a long time on some other episodes. We gotta get the viewership up. I think it's been.
If you want something with merch, comment on the Instagram account because we'll
yeah.
actually see the comment.
We will see the comment on the Instagram account. Comment merch.
Sure.
First one to comment merch, we'll give you a 3% discount.
Something free, man.
Yes, something.
Actually,
maybe a high five.
First thing of merch, it'll be free. The first person who comments. I'm having a stroke right now trying
For
to
the
speak.
first person that comments merch on the
You'll get
Rusty
a free
Ronnie
T-shirt.
Podcast Instagram account.
Free T-shirt. There you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You watching that?
Really?
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know how to spell it.
That doesn't count.
All right, I win.
You win the free shirt? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
win.
Oh, I guess we should. This has been the Rusty Ronnie Show. I guess we should go into our ad reads.
That's really. I mean, do you have anything else you want to add?
I mean,
This was
I
like
went
the
and
Nick-
fished last night.
Oh, yeah.
I
This
didn't
was
catch nothing.
it's like the Nick episode.
All I did last week was go to work. So
Oh, that's
was-
all I did too.
Traveling. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can go right into the ad reads, I guess.
well, do you got any first? Since you're
I'm blank. Oh,
if you want to go,
if you want to get pissed off and not get any of your equipment, go to Lowe's. Like my father.
That's a satire part.
And
of
that's a satire part.
go
No,
to Home Depot.
go to Home Depot for real. For the real part of it, Nicholas-Sawyer.com. I'm gonna have 3 new books coming out. Actually, probably not any. Well, one of them, yeah. The next 2 I've got to work on, but 3 new books that'll be in the works. I've got a couple more coming out later this weekend, and then next week I'll have 2 more out. Stay tuned. April 4th is the Smoky Mountain Event Center Flea Market from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come check it out. I'll be there with all my books.
I'll probably show up and
I got about 70 copies in the back of my car that I need to sell. I look like a homeless person back there.
I'll probably show up and buy some joints.
Yeah, come out and buy some stuff. This guy, my publicist, will be there.
I will have
Press
to work.
secretary.
I'm the marketing guru.
Marketing guru, press secretary, publicist. He holds all those titles.
What's a publicist?
Like you publish all the social media. Well, I mean, I do that myself, but technically, but you speak it.
I share.
You share it. I mean, you do share it. So yeah.
I talk to people at the event.
He's my good luck charm. Every time he walks away, I sell like 20 books in a row. So I need him to. I'm gonna chain him to the table and just leave him there and let him.
I got football practice.
I'll give you some books to take to the football practice and sell. I'll be like, here, sell these to the kids.
You can show up and set up if you want to. One game day, you can set up all day.
Actually, I would say you guys have games, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We start games this Saturday.
Ooh.
There's a lot of people come through.
We're
gonna have a food truck, so there may be more people show up.
If I only had some author, I'm trying to get also. So like we're getting Rusty Ronnie Show merch. I'm trying to get some author merch for y'all. Same thing, coffee cups, maybe T-shirts. I gotta figure out if I only had some merch I could bring too. But I might do that actually. I might show up this weekend and be like, "You want a book?"
I already have the greatest idea for your first T-shirt.
I'm hungry.
No, not that. From the greatest ad that he's ever had.
Oh, books you can put down.
With the AI version of his face on there.
Oh my gosh. Books you can put down when you're done reading. When you're done reading and not before. That's what that always meant. Hey, I sold $130 worth. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm happy. That would be a funny shirt.
Alright, well, I got ads. As always, the best food truck around. North Meat South Food Truck. I went, was it Friday? I went Friday and got me some egg rolls and some stuff.
What's their schedule this week?
I don't know.
Oh,
I looked it up. Friday they're going to be in Leonard's in Canton.
Go to Leonard's and Canton. We
So,
might do a future episode, hopefully,
we're
spotlighting them.
trying to get another. We were supposed to do it a couple Sundays ago, but we canceled last Sunday.
Last Sunday, I forgot I was going to be gone.
We were going to do it last Sunday, but we canceled. But we're going to try to. So Chef Ashley, if you're not busy cooking a cheesesteak, we might have you out there to talk to you for a little bit while we're there. I was going to do one Friday because it was Friday the 13th, but I didn't want to wear my Jason mask and be out there and look like a dummy.
Gets tackled on the ground. Put your hands behind your.
So yeah, we might do a live ad read and eat it there. Try it.
Interview with the chef.
I'll try a cheesesteak while we're there.
A live on location. We'll call it a mini-sode segment. Yeah, not a full episode or a mini-sode.
When woodworking, we got Pro Property Services. Pros that always show up. Diego's Tree Service.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Taekwondo Diego. You got Taekwondo. Yep. I got Southern String hat and Dirty Marsh shirt that this guy got me.
Dirty Marsh.
Shout out to Marshall Evans.
Sun Drop shit.
And Sun Drop. Get you some Sun Drop.
That I also got for you.
Yeah. If you or your kid want to learn martial arts, check out Blue Dragon Taekwondo. BlueDragonTaekwondo.net is the website.
So speaking of that
is sports.
We need to bring up yesterday. I don't know if he's watching. I think he does. Sean.
Oh yeah, Sean does watch.
Sean went down to Georgia yesterday. Sean, Beth, Marshall, and Susan all went down to.
Corey didn't go.
No, Corey canceled.
Oh no.
Yeah, because we threatened him too much about beating his asphalt, and he didn't want to go. Throw back to another episode.
To the last episode.
To the last episode. Yeah.
So no, he just. I don't know what happened. He just didn't go. But Sean went and had to fight. I don't know how old he is.
He fought an 18-year-old, didn't he?
Yes.
I saw the
he's
Facebook
like
post.
60, 50-something, 60. I don't know. Don't get mad at me and beat me up for that. But he is a little older. So there was nobody in his age group. So he had to fight an 18-year-old. He got first in his age group. I don't know what
was close. Though.
I don't know what he meant. He was 14 to 11.
Yeah, 14.
So he kept up with that 18-year-old.
Yeah. And he got 11. The guy got 4, which is still close. 11 to 14 is still good for him.
Very close.
That's still.
I don't know if that 18-year-old was not doing as much, but I think he was fighting really good because he was 14 to. It was 11 to 2 in like the first round. Yeah. So I mean,
and then he caught up.
That's so I mean, he did really good. He was down on himself about not being able to compete, but I think he did really good. He does fight really good. I fought him on Thursday night, and he's gotten a lot. He's got a lot of flexibility and moving a lot, and so he's doing really good. Shout out Beth. Sean and Beth want to be on the pod. I told them we would try to get on there.
We need to get them.
We would like to go. They keep inviting us up to their house.
Yeah. Sean has some great police stories,
and Beth has some EMT stuff. And a lot of other stuff that she did before.
Oh yeah.
She was.
That'd be like the special hour and a half episode. That'd be great though.
Sean's been around Maine, and he has a lot of Taekwondo stuff in Maine.
Maryland.
He's been everywhere being a cop and stuff. So he would be great to have on.
Shout out to Dick Cheney again. Like for the fighting stuff, do it for love of the game.
That's right.
That's it. God rest your soul, Dick Cheney.
All right.
On to.
I've got. Pressel's Produce and Bakery. Go get something nice. Pressel Lawn Service. We're starting back this week.
Call this guy for your lawn mowed.
All of our equipment service. According to Dad, he said we're good to go. Well, it'll probably be later in the week because it's supposed to be really cold tomorrow and Tuesday.
It's supposed to rain today and tomorrow too, apparently.
Tomorrow, 100%
chance.
And Tuesday, the high's only going to be 35.
Oh, just came back from the sun.
And Wednesday's not going to be that great either. So I think later this week's when we're going to start. I'm excited too because it really hasn't been all that long since I've been off my mower. But
I'm going back to San Francisco. It's too cold here. See y'all later. No, I'm kidding. Call this guy. Go stop by. Take a selfie with him when he's with his weed eater. Take a selfie.
Sure, if you see him picking up trash down Main Street, just
take a selfie. Throw more trash. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that. That's no. Don't commit littering.
Since we're doing more stuff, I'm not allowed to go in early on Fridays anymore.
Oh,
Because they actually made me part of the department now.
oh, dang. Yeah, if you see any of us, come on. Like I said, if you're the second person to... I spit a little bit, sorry.
The second person to comment.
If you're an
on
actual
merch.
viewer,
I'm going to go delete the comment so somebody can be first.
if you're an actual viewer who comments
merch.
MERCH on
Well, you know what would help is if we probably put that as a little... We probably put that... Yeah, like when you post it on your story, type in the letter, be like, first person to comment merch. That would probably help other than just putting the episode up there. We probably should... I'm going to do that for mine when I post. I'm going to put... Comment.
I already shared it.
Yeah. I'm gonna reshare. I'm gonna be like put it on and be like, comment if you're the first person to comment merch, you get a free shirt. I'm gonna do that because I think that'll.
We don't have shirts yet, so
we don't have shirts yet. But whoever comments first,
them.
when we get them, whoever comments first, you will be guaranteed a free shirt.
Unless it's like a fake profile.
So.
Oh yeah, we'll look and see. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. If you're a real person, you get a real shirt.
I've blocked out a lot of fake profiles on mine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching this episode today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Rusty Ronnie Show, as always.
No. It wasn't the Rusty Ronnie Show. It was the Nick Show today.
Yes, today was the Nick
Because you
Show.
talked all day, so...
Which is fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
great.
It was another filler, but yeah.
You had a lot more to talk about.
Thank you for watching the Nick Show.
We
Catch us
hope
next
you
week back
enjoy.
on the Rusty Ronnie Show. Fat Couch.
The Fat Couch, sponsored by the Fat
Episode
Couch.
21. So
one more thing, though, before we leave. I hate that Jonathan couldn't be with us for the episode today. But yes, we definitely want to wish you the best of luck in the Air Force, in your boot camp, job training, and wherever it takes you all over the world,
Oh, yeah.
I hope. And just know that for as long as you've been around us, you've been a very wonderful friend.
Mm-hmm.
We're very proud to call you one of our brothers.
I got a cupcake yesterday. That's pretty good. I put cupcake in his face.
He did.
I'm going to come visit you when you go to Biloxi for your job training. I want to go gambling. I'll bring Jason, too. We'll go gambling in the casinos down there.
Let's go gambling!
See how it is down there.
But yes, because I know he was supposed to be our big guest for the day, and it didn't work out, which is okay. But I figured still needed a shout out.
Yep.
Oh, as always. Hey, we'll get him on when he's in the Air Force so we can ask him how it is.
Get him in a call in or something.
Yeah.
We honestly could. Skype, yeah, something.
Skype's not around.
Really?
Skype's gone.
Or maybe Zoom.
Next episode, we talk about how Skype is no longer a thing because
Sure.
I did not know that until right now. There's our next topic. What happened to Skype and how Zoom's taken over. Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the Rusty Ronnie Show. As always, I'm Nick.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Rusty Ronnie.
And we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.